In this video, you will learn how to effectively use auto layout in 20 easy steps. We will take our design from this all the way to this, creating 3 different responsive breakpoints. Step 1. We need to go ahead and break down the recipe into title and description. As you can see, we have pine nuts and we have the measurements. We have basil and we have the measurements. Step 2. We have to create 2 text layers by renaming them to title and description. Step 3. We need to highlight both of them. Hold Shift and A to create an auto layout frame. Step 4. We need to add a fill by going to the fill section and clicking the plus button. Step 5. Change the text layer color by selecting both of the text and going to fill and changing it to black. Step 6. Create a contrast between title and description by reducing the font size of the description. We select the description, we reduce the font size to 14 pixels, we reduce the font weight to medium, and we increase the lightness by going to the fill and selecting 40%. This way we create a contrast between the title and the description for our recipe. Step 7. We now need to double click on the auto layout, rename it to the card, click outside, select the auto layout again, increase the padding size around the auto layout by holding Command on the keyboard and clicking on the auto layout padding. Once you click on the padding while holding Command, you can increase it to 24 pixels. As soon as you increase it to 24 pixels, you have yourself an auto layout card. Step 8. Fix the sizing of the auto layout card. If you click on your auto layout and you try to increase the size, your text should behave according to your auto layout card. If your text is not wrapping, you have to make sure to select both of them and set the values to fill. Step 9. Decrease the spacing between your title and description by going to the auto layout and reduce the vertical gap by 8. Also, you go to the appearance section and you click on the corner radius and give it 8 pixels. Now we have our card which is rounded with a bit of a space and our text is responding as we make our auto layouts larger and smaller. Step 10. Duplicate the auto layout multiple times by holding Alt or Option on your keyboard and continuously holding Command and pressing D, and by doing that, you're able to duplicate your auto layout multiple times. Step 11. Go and see your instructions and replace the title with the ingredient and replace the description with the measurement. I will be fast forwarding because it's going to take a while to replace the description and the title for each ingredient. Step 12. We need to fix the auto layout card by highlighting over all the cards, holding Shift and A to create an auto layout, renaming this to row, and making sure instead of hug we select the fixed auto layout parent size. We also need to go ahead and select the wrap, and by doing that, if we try to resize our auto layout card, our ingredients wrap to the next line. Step 13. We need to click on our parent row, go to the fill section, click plus, and reduce the background color by clicking on the HSL color and reducing it to 92%. By doing that, we can now see the ingredients and the background color of our auto layout parent card. Now all we need to do is click on the parent auto layout card, hold Command and click on the padding and increase the padding to 24. Moreover, we need to click on the border radius and select 8% to have our parent card also rounded. Step 14. If we do want to fix the sizing of our middle auto layout card, we need to increase its width. So we would go ahead and select all of the cards on the left hand side. We go to the width section and we start to drag it. And as you can see, if we drag it, all the auto layout cards are responsive as we drag this. If I go ahead and click on the row and disable that and select the cards one more time, if I go ahead and drag this, you see they are no longer being responsive. So you have to make sure to select the parent auto layout, set it to wrap, select the children, and increase and decrease their width accordingly. So I have set all of the child cards to 260 in width, and I can now center align them using the alignment panel. Step 15. I now need to go to my ingredients and grab the copy of the description and the name of the recipe and add it to the top. Step 16. If we highlight both of our text and drag them inside our recipe, as you can see, they are being placed awkwardly. We need to fix that by bringing them out, selecting both of them, which is the parent container of the row and the text up top. After selecting everything, we would create another auto layout by holding Shift and A and renaming this to column. Step 17. What we have to do right now is to add a background color from this parent to the bigger parent. We can do that by selecting the parent, holding Command Option and C, selecting the other parent, and holding Command Option and V. This way we are copy pasting the styles and padding of the nested auto layout into our bigger auto layout. Now we can go ahead and select the smaller auto layout and reset the padding all to 0 by holding Command, clicking, and resetting it to 0. Step 18. Moreover, we can use the same principle to copy the styling of our colors to our text up top. So we would hold Command to select our title, hold Command Option and C to copy the value, do, we would select both of our recipes, the name and the description, hold Command, Option, and V to paste the values. Also, it would be nice if we can exactly have the same card with the background color applied to both of them. So what we have to do is select again the recipe and the description, Shift and A to create another auto layout, rename this to card, select one of our auto layout cards, Command, Option, and C to copy the values, select the top card, Command, Option, and V to paste it. One last thing, we can select the description color, Command, Option, and C to copy, Command, Option, and V to paste. This way our description is a bit lighter. Step 19. Since everything is in auto layout, we can select the title and use the top arrow on our keyboard. If you take a look at the bottom left, you see I'm using the top arrow and the bottom arrow to move my title. If we take a closer look, we see that the padding is off on the top and there's an awkward spacing here. In order for us to fix that, we need to select the middle parent auto layout and set the height to hug by going to the auto layout and setting it to hug. Moreover, we need to select the parent auto layout, which is the parent of all, and select the height as hug as well. By doing that, we are ensuring that our padding is consistent across. If we select the parent right now and if we try to resize it, what we see right now is the text not being resized as we are shrinking the screen. So what we have to do is select the text, making sure the height is set to hug and the width is set to fill. By doing that, if we select the parent and now try to resize this, our top card is being resized proportionately. You can always select the parent auto layout in the middle one, select all the nested cards, and increase the weight accordingly if you decide to have 3 cards or 2 cards or 1 card layout. Because we're setting the parent as wrapped, each card is wrapped as we are shrinking and resizing the cards. So what I can do right now is have this as a smaller size, and as you can see it wraps, and have this as a bigger size, and as you can see they are wrapping and being adaptive. With one single auto layout, you manage to create 3 different breakpoints, and you have transformed this recipe into 3 different sizes. Step 20. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more design tips and tutorials, and let me know what you think in the comments down below.